Today, y'all, we are talking about one, if not one of the most excited videos I've made in a while. The gamer is going through layoffs. I can't believe it. The game journalist in quote company, is going through layoffs. I honestly am excited about this, and I'm usually not excited about layoffs, especially in the gaming media space. But this I actually am, because the gamer has deserved these layoffs for a long time. And game journalists, I don't think are actually game journalists. I think a lot of them are not gamers at all. I think a lot of them have been bought and paid for by AAA companies in order to overinflate the review score. And the reason why I believe that is due to, for example, IGN's. Have you seen the rating on Avowed? Have you seen the rating on Avowed? I mean, it's like they pick and choose where they like to give ratings, okay? And they just they shake up a box and they're like, this game's getting a 10, this game got a 9, this game got a 5. They'll give Battlefield a 5, and that's not even the worst one. The ones that have left me in utter shock, like Arc Raiders, that one's another one that left me in utter shock, where they give a score that no gamer within reason would give. And it's like they don't even play games. It's like they don't know what gamers want. They don't know what gamers like. They're game journalists. They're journalists first, but they're not even good journalists. They're bad journalists because they don't even know what they're talking about. So everything about this whole moniker right now of game journalists is a complete lie. Hence why the junkyard here, we love our game journalists, and they're all coming to the junkyard, right? They're all coming to the junkyard. Again, we're happy to have them here at the junkyard. They've given us a lot of shit over the year to react to talk about. And so, you know, we love them here. We love them here. Again, The Gamer, and I'm specifically talking about Valnet, y'all can pay us off for $20 million, or you can pay me off for $20 million. If you want the channel, it's $100 million. Again, I don't know why the editor is going to get paid off when we get paid out for, but you know, the other hosts want that to occur. So I guess we'll allow it this time, but usually we keep the editor locked in the basement. We don't like the editor here on the channel. There's a reason we don't like him, but we're not getting into that now. We're talking about The Gamer. Getting back to The Gamer, the gaming news website, which is owned by Valnet, has undergone and is undergoing significant layoffs. This is affecting the editorial team specifically, and this news broke on the 22nd of October, so we are a day late, 2025, with multiple former staff members announcing their departures on social media. I don't think that's the smartest decision. I don't think anybody liked y'all. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You know, can we get courtesy while the New Yorker to tell the gamer journalist to get the fuck out of here? I feel like he would go on a tangent about how you shot 6 times by the crime family and then proceed to say, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, that's my opinion. They need to get on out. Nobody cares. Nobody wants you to sign off. Nobody ever liked y'all. I'm just gonna say it. Nobody liked y'all there at The Gamer, and I don't tend to like to be negative towards specific people, but I mean, when you create doo-doo, when you create pure dog shit, you're going to have a dog shit response when you leave, okay? Everybody's gonna shit all over you. So that's my opinion. The exact number of employees is not publicly confirmed, but many sources describe the team as, quote, decimated, end of quote. That's phenomenal. The entire features team was reportedly disbanded, thank the Lord. Confirmed individuals impacted include Eric Switzer, Andrew King, Sam Holohan, and Brandon Lizardi. I do apologize if I mispronounced any of those names, and I'm sure they're not feeling so great right now. But I mean, I don't know whose specific fault it was at The Gamer, who the specific person was that was making all these shitty reviews. that was kind of being these corporate cucks, that was kind of being these not a spokesperson for actual gamers in the industry, that was giving cover for certain AAA companies, but that person deserved to get fired. That's all I'm going to say. Again, there are no specific reasons in the detailed reports, but the decision is attributed to Valnet, which also owns sites like GameRant, OpenCritic, and Polygon. The layoffs were not entirely unexpected, though their extent was surprising to some. Neither The Gamer or Valnet has issued an official statement. Information surfaced through posts by laid off staff and remaining employees, and I believe there was actually a The Gamer post, but I'm not entirely sure on that, but it was on Twitter, so do with that as you will. Or I'm sorry, not Twitter, we reassigned them as X. That's my bad. This event is part of a larger wave of contractions in the overall gaming media industry. Over the past 2 years, more than 1,200 full-time gaming journalists have been laid off globally, with the figure rising to 4,000 when including part-time, freelance, and amateur writers. Other affected outlets include Eurogamer, Polygon, Giant Bomb, and IGN. The global journalist pool at major publications has declined by 25% in this period of time. And again, public sentiment reiterates what I'm saying in this video, that this is a overall good thing. A guy on Twitter literally had a post quote, "The gamer earned these layoffs," end of quote, with like the beer emojis, and that had like 8,000 likes in a day. So I mean, it's kind of crazy. I'm just saying this, you know, they kind of deserve this. Again, they don't know what gamers like, they don't know what gamers want. A lot of things I've been seeing, especially with IGN, especially with The Gamer over the years, has been pitiful to say the least. And like IGN's Arc Raiders review was insanely, horrifyingly bad. How can you have that much money at a company spending on productions, and your video review of possibly the biggest multiplayer game of the year, only second to maybe Battlefield 6? And again, I love Battlefield 6 and what they did, and I hope they keep going and keep listening to gamers, because that's what these companies need to do. Space Marine 2, another example of a great game listening to gamers. But again, we're looking at Arc Raiders here, that specific example, and that game might be the biggest multiplayer game of the year, only second to Battlefield 6. And I can't understand to the life of me how they made a review that bad on the game. Not only was the review bad, but the production quality was shit. Okay. Another review that I thought was horrifyingly bad was the Monster Hunter Wilds review. They did not tell people how bad the optimization issues were. And again, I like to be fully transparent. I like to say, hey, here are my system. Here are the components within my PC, within my system. Here's issues I have encountered. My drivers were completely updated, and you see within the last month that Monster Hunter Wilds to this day is still getting review bombed due to optimization issues. And I made this abundantly clear in my original review and my follow-up review in the game that the game optimization issues are a critical flaw within the game. Again, if 33% of your community cannot play the game, similar to Borderlands 4, they're not going to want to pay full price for it. Again, if they're encountering that many issues, it's not just the PC components of said gamer. It is the overall fault of the company for making a game that was, to be honest, made like shit, optimized like shit. Again, I'm sick of bad game optimization, and I'm going to stop the rant here for a second and get back to what today's video was about, which is game journalism. And that is poor game journalism, not letting your audience know the full story around a game. Okay, I made a BF follow-up video explaining certain problems with what my friends are incurring in the game. Again, I'm not seeing the problems. 90% of the player base isn't seeing the problems at all, but I have two friends, and one of them, we're pretty sure that it's a CPU problem, but I do have a friend who plays on Wi-Fi through his PC, which again is weird. I mean, I don't know why the guy doesn't have an Ethernet cable. Shame on you if you're watching this video, but besides the point, again, it is my responsibility to tell y'all of all the issues, regardless of whether how good the game is. And the game is great, don't get me wrong, and I've had no personal issues, and I have 3 friends who bought the game and who have also had no personal issues, but I have had 2 friends with issues, one of them being their CPU is just kind of going down the drain, down the gutter because of how old it is. But my other, because he's had it for 5 years, right? But my other friend, he has a new PC, and we think it's a Wi-Fi issue connection between the servers and him. We're not totally sure what the issue could be, but that's what I suspect the issue is, but we'll keep you all updated. Again, it is your responsibility as a game journalist company to get many opinions, to go through these several different tests within the game and make sure the game runs well and works well. And if you make that original video and you're like, well, a couple days after you post the original review, you're seeing these problems, you post another one updating your audience on certain problems you've seen, that is your responsibility regardless of whether that makes you look good or not. Okay, with that, y'all, I hope y'all have a great day, and as always, remember to junk it out. And I will be riding around in a golf cart with the boys on October 28th when season 1 drops of Battlefield. We will be riding around in the golf cart with an LMG. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I need to say. Have a great day, y'all. As I said before, junk it out.